Right, well, in today's game, JudgeSim, as you can tell by the name of the game, we will be playing the role of a judge. From what I've seen, this game's kind of like Papers, Please, and also like that medieval gatekeeper, and also Quarantine Zone, where you're basically given information about people and then there's certain rules that you need to follow, and then you obviously base your decision on those rules and what the person's done or haven't done, stuff like that. So it should be interesting. So let's just jump in, shall we, and see how we get on as a judge. Hello? No cold callers, please. I've already got windows. Okay. My name will be Justice Vaughn. Dear Justice Vaughn, you were appointed as a judge. Banana Republic Courthouse today. So we're in a place called Banana Republic. Hey Queen, thank you. Week 1, Case 1. Alright. Your Honor, first of all, as the Ministry, we wish you success in your new position. We wanted to remind you of the details that are important for you to make a correct judgment. You can find the evidence in the evidence file. At the same time, you get information whether there is a digital evidence on a tablet. The case file includes the content of the case and the information of the defendants. Okay. You can ask some questions to the defendants by clicking on the microphone. These questions will play an important role in deciding your case. On the tablet, you can access some digital evidence such as camera footage or audio recordings. You can also access the recordings of your dialogue with the defendants via microphone. These recordings will be added at the end of your dialogue with the defendants. The law book contains the rules and penalties for crimes that you need to look at to make the right decision. Finally, you will make your decision. Remember, your decisions will have consequences. Making the wrong decisions in law book cases will cause your bars to increase. How full your bars are affects the probability of getting a 12 on the dice screen after each case. Therefore, remember that the game can end even if your bars are not completely full. I don't know what it means about rolling dice. Okay, I may need to move my camera because it's blocking these symbols. I don't know what these symbols are. Let me just move the chat down as well. There we go. Right. So these are all the crimes, basically. Right. Okay, so here we have the case of Mr. James Adley. Hey Anne, how are you? Right. So James is 26. He's a man. So the Banana Republic Court, so he's being charged with violations of restrictions. Silence in the court! James Adley, who was seen by the patrolling police at 2 o'clock after the specified restriction time of 10 PM, was taken into custody on the grounds that he did not allow the criminal procedure to be applied. Did he run? So this is his statement. It was around 1:50 and I wasn't feeling well. At that moment I forgot that there were restrictions and I was just wandering around. I saw the police while they were on patrol and remembered that there were restrictions. Then I insisted on not being punished. So basically he got caught outside after curfew and then begged with the police not to get arrested, basically. That's what's happened here. So there's no evidence. Right, let's ask him some questions, shall we? What is this money? When I played Days Gone, did I do... I don't think I did, Anne. I don't think I was doing both at that time. I think I started doing both. What game, maybe? Maybe... June. Dune, not June. Dune. Guilty, electric chair. We've not even heard the poor guy. He was only caught after curfew. Silence! Whoever that is, go and get a throat mint, please. Why didn't you allow the police to write a fine? Because I thought I was right and they didn't give me a chance to explain. I didn't want it to come to this. In your statement, you said you didn't feel well during the night. Why didn't you call an ambulance? Well, that's a bit... If somebody says they're not feeling right and they just want a bit fresh air, it's a bit much to phone an ambulance, do you not think? No, Arrow, the town that we live on a small island. It's the Banana Republic. It is actually called Banana Republic. They've got a curfew at the moment, and he was seen out after curfew. So the curfew is 10 PM. He was spotted at 2 AM wandering around. Okay, as I said, Your Honour, your first thing that came to my mind at that moment was to go out. And while I was doing it, I didn't think of the details. Right, so that should have our conversation here in case I need to refer back to anything. Why on earth would I need a cat toy? Right, so let's check the law. He have no evidence. So his charges are violation of restrictions. Right, let's see if we can find violation of restrictions. Where is this? Homicide crimes. So for murder, you get 14 years. If you planned the murder, you get 30 years. Assassination, 62 years. And if it was an accident, just 4 years. Wow. Two years for theft, 2 years for extortion, 4 years for fraud, 6 years for armed robbery. Wow, they're quite lenient here. So if you had... So you get 2 years for committing fraud, but if you insult somebody, you get 4 years. Wow. This really is a banana republic. Good lord. They're a bit more sensible. Right, violation of restrictions. This is what he's done. 6 months public service and $1,000 fine. Failure to commit fulfillment. No, so I don't think he's had a failure to commitment. I think, so he should be sentenced to 6 months public service and $1,000 fine. He's not damaged anything, he's not incited any hatred. Right. These people coughing need to get out of my courtroom. Right, he's guilty. $6 months and $1,000 fine. Wait a minute. I've no money. I've got 100% mental health. Hi, kitty. She looks like she wants to run and jump out the nearest window. He looks like he's going to get somebody pregnant at 15. And I don't know about her. Can I go outside? I've no money. I guess we'll just go to bed then. When do I get paid? Bill passed. Convicts with a criminal record will now be given increased penalties. See, these games, every time the day progresses, you get something else added on that you've got to pay attention to. So now we've got to look out for people that have already got a criminal record, because they'll be given increased penalties. Case 2. Okay, so we have Mr. Axel Brendan, sorry. 27. He was carrying drugs. A small amount of drugs were found on the person named Axel Brendan, who was subjected to an identity check by the police in the evening as a result of his body search. As a result of the identity scan, it was seen that the person had been tried and acquitted twice before on charges of possessing and carrying drugs. As a result of the subsequent investigations, no evidence was found that the person named Axel Brendan was involved in drug dealing. So here's his statement. I admit that I carry the substance, but I only use it in my own environment and when I am alone, to calm my mind. So basically he smokes the marijuana. I have not harmed anyone and never will. I will not use this substance from now on. But he's got a criminal... He's not got a criminal record though, because he's been acquitted twice. They never charged him with anything. And there was no evidence found that he was involved in drug dealing. He's been acquitted twice. Let's have a look at... Where are drugs? Can it not just say drugs? Oh, there we go. Possession, carrying drugs. 10 months public service. See, that I think it wants me to give him this one, but I don't think he deserves that. He was still carrying drugs. Let's ask him some questions. Were you going to sell this stuff before you got caught in the ID check? No, Your Honour. I was just on my way home and suddenly I saw the police checking IDs. I wanted to change direction, but I was already on their radar. That doesn't sound too good. Where did you get this stuff from? I got it through a friend. I don't know whom he gets it. From whom he gets it. It's well spoken. Is the person you call my friend your close friend? No, Your Honour. He is someone I met at a bar called Grand Pub a month ago. I don't know him personally. Okay, so that doesn't sound like he's intending to deal if he's not got an actual dealer. He's just met the guy. Throw the book at her? This is a he. Are you in the vernacular of dating women with goatees, Kevlar? Hey, Glenn. Is there any digital evidence? No. I just feel like giving him 10 months. 10 months public service, he can sweep the streets for 10 months. He was still carrying the drug. Goatees are for everyone, that's true. I'm just going to give him 10 months. That's my decision, and I stick by it. "10 months. That's it. What does that say if the sum of the two dice gets to what? God, my family's so boring. My mental health's fine, so this bar fills up, I think, the more I get it wrong. So one of them, there was a chance they might get arrested again, but it's a very small chance. Probably that drug user. Sorry. I don't think he was a drug dealer. Ugh. Right. Let's read this case. What is this? Hello? What just happened? Oh my god, I just destroyed evidence! Can I restart the day? Uh-oh. Phew. Okay. I'm not going to try and open this again, right? Let's read this. Your Honour, a lot of evidence is lost as a result of anarchist attacks on our state. In order to ensure the security of the evidence in the cases, we will deliver the evidence to you in a device we call cryptex. Hey Dread. We designed the passwords on this evidence so that only you can solve them, and remember, if you try to open it 3 times before the green light turns on, the cryptex will destroy the evidence. Silence! What green light? Oh, this green light, okay. Right, so we have Jason Hamstred, 42. He doesn't have a criminal record. Good for you, Mr. Hamstred. Assassination? Maybe not. I take that back. Mr. Hamstred's not a nice person. During the night, Freddie Coles, CEO of Glenswick, was found dead in the trunk of his car during a routine patrol by the car park security. It has been determined that the CCTV camera covering the area where the incident took place was not working at the time of the incident. Security guard Jason Hamstred, that's him, who was the only employee in the company at the time of the incident, became a suspect and was taken into custody by the police. On the evening of the incident, only 3 hours had passed since I started work. While I was doing my routine hourly patrol, I saw Mr. Cole's vehicle, but the open trunk of the vehicle caught my attention. When I approached the vehicle, I saw Mr. Cole's lifeless body in the trunk. What caught my attention about the body was that it had a red rose on it. Afterwards, I immediately notified the police. So they've just arrested the first guy that they found. That is lazy police work. How do you think the killer entered the car park undetected without an ID card? I can't find any answers to that, Your Honour. The doors have never been used in the system since I started my shift. What if it was somebody that already lived in that apartment, Mr. Hamstred? Did you think of that? Did you have a problem with the CEO of the company, Freddie Coles? Did you know him well? Glenswick is a really big company. I know them by name. I started 3 months ago. I only interviewed with the recruitment department and I had no problems with him. And of course there's no evidence. Yes, my wick is big. Glenn? The only wick I'm interested in is John Wick. So technically he should get this. If he planned this murder, no, assassination, where is it? He should get that if he done that. I don't think he's guilty. Do you think he's guilty? Why would I offer you a bribe? It doesn't say how he was killed. He was just... So the owner of the company that he works for as a garage attendant, basically, was found in the trunk of his car. He's given us extra information that was not in the report, saying that there was a rose on the body. So it sounds like it could be a serial killer who leaves a calling card. That was not in the police officer's report. Damn it, when will it go red? Am I going to get to see this evidence? I think he's not guilty. Welcome. Wow, I didn't realize this was a life simulator as well. Get paid $600, $300 to rent, $120 to shopping and $80 to bills. And out of that $600, we've got $100 left. Wow. I don't need money. There is money in your balance that has not been withdrawn yet. If you continue without taking it, you may not be able to stop by the ATM. No, okay, I'll take it then. Okay. What the hell do you want? Your daughter asks you for $100 for her school fees. Do you accept? Your sanity will drop if you don't accept this. What does she need school for? Everything's on YouTube. She's gonna take the last of my money. Do you know what? No, you're not getting my $100. You can go on YouTube and learn stuff. Exactly, Kevlar. How is your wife, Glenn? Has there been any updates since you last were here? Do you know what? I might go to the pub, you know that. How much is this? So if I gave my daughter the $100, I would have had zero money. So I've dropped 25% mental health, but for $20, I can get 10% back. That's a bargain. I'm made out with like $80 extra. Thank you, darling. Nope, that's it. I'm just glad I'm out living my life. My family's stuck at home with nothing to do. And I've still got $80 left. See? That was worth it. They might discharge her tomorrow. Oh, that's good. Oh my god, I've just realised what I did wrong. That last one, you only turned this once you've completed the puzzle. What an incompetent. I never solved the puzzle in the last one, but I was right anyway. Cigar scissors in a box found in the vehicle. Fingerprint number from the evidence. There is digital evidence on the tablet. Right, let me read this case first. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Right, so we have Bob Isaac Grove. He's already got a criminal record. Yep. Charges auto theft. The vehicle was stolen while parked in a parking lot opposite the neighborhood where Lehman Diaz lives. Following a denunciation on the morning of the night the vehicle was thought to have been stolen, the license plate was traced. The vehicle was turned over the same morning, and as a result of the searches, a package containing cigar scissors was found in the vehicle. Apart from this, no additional findings were found. As a result of the identity check, the person inside the vehicle was determined to be Bob Isaac Grove, nicknamed Big, known as a former car thief. So Mr. Lemon Diaz says, we went to our summer house in Counting Village with my car for 2 days as a family over the weekend. At the end of the second day, I think I forgot to lock my car because I was tired from the road. There's a possibility that the person who stole it also took advantage of this. Probably Mr. Diaz. Here's what Mr. Big says. On the morning of the day the car was thought to have been stolen, a long-time friend of mine, Connell Glean, called me and said he had urgent business. He asked me to take his package to a place called Party Time. I thought it was urgent, so I went quickly to Connell Glean's house. Connell gave me a car key and a piece of paper with the address of the place I was to take the package. So I drove off with the car. Soon I got pulled over and found out the car was stolen. Upon this statement, Connell Glean was found at his home and brought to the police station for questioning. Connell Glean says, I do not accept any of the accusations against me. I don't know anything. Right. So, on the face value of things, it looks like he's maybe stolen the car and then used him as a patsy. 212-314. 212-316. So his fingerprint is not on the cigar cutter. So that's not his fingerprints. Let's have a look at the digital evidence. CCTV footage of the scene of the incident. No facial recognition. God damn. Right, let's ask some questions, shall we? Right. Where were you the night the car was stolen? That night I was sitting at a place called Pepe's with my girlfriend before it was too late at night. I dropped her off at her house and went to my home. I fell asleep shortly after. In the morning, I woke up to Connell's call. When was your last conversation with Connell Glean? It had been almost 6 months since we last spoke to Connell, and I was very surprised that he called after all this time. Also, it's been a long time since I left these jobs. I am now in a regular life and a regular relationship. I am not guilty. No, it's Mr. Big's record we're looking at here. When did you meet with Bob Isaac Grove? So this is, we're now talking to this witless wonder. I have known Bob for over 20 years, and he's a dear friend. Mr. Groove says you gave him a stolen vehicle, delivered a package, and asked him to take it wherever he wanted. Is this true? This has nothing to do with me. The last time I met Bob was 6 months ago. Bob has slandered me. Okay, so obviously Bob has got a record. But we can't see the... Oh, we can see this guy's record. So, right, hang on a minute. So he's no criminal record. Oh my god, this is so hard. But that is his fingerprint. 212314. Right, let me figure this out. Right, so know that. Let's hear the statements again from Big Bob. Yes, the box and the cigar cutter scissors have got Connell's DNA on it. But he's not got a criminal record, so either he's been really smart or really lucky to not get caught before. So Bob says on the morning of the day, a longtime friend of mine, Connell Glean, called me and said he had urgent business. He asked me to take his package to a place called Party Time. I thought it was urgent, so I went quickly to Connell Glean's house. So that means Bob went there in his own car and then drove the stolen car after he was given the key to it. So he drove over the car, then he got pulled over, right? Connell just says he doesn't accept any of it. So who do we think's guilty, Bob or Connell? Judge Justice Vaughn. I think Connell's guilty as well, you know that. The fact that Bob's got so many details saying he was at a place called Pepe's with his girlfriend. And the fact that Connell literally just said, I'm not accepting any of these charges. Well, his prints weren't in the car. They were on the package that he put in the car. Peeps. How do you know it's pronounced Peeps? So Bob's basically saying he was out with his girlfriend. Connell phoned him the next morning and said, "Could you please deliver a package for me?" This was the package. Cigar scissors in a box. Yes. So Connell, this definitely belonged to Connell, and this definitely ended up in the car. Bob says Connell asked him to deliver the parcel. Connell is saying he's did no such thing. Yeah, I think so as well. I think he's guilty. Right. But he's only going to get 2 years. Connell's only going to get 2 years because he's not got a record. Right. I think Bob is not guilty. And I think Connell is guilty. Wait a minute, was it public service he gets or jail? Jail. Two years. I still don't know what these dice mean, by the way. I don't understand this. Okay, I've had enough. This is why I never gamble, folks. I'll try a blackjack. Oh no, I don't know how to play this. I'm just betting $5. You motherfucker! Hey, Conga. This game is rigged! Go off! I just spent like $40. Talk about the house always wins. That was rigged. You know what? I should have the police investigate then. State of emergency declared. Due to the state of emergency, judges can now be appointed to all types of cases. What do you mean? Oh my goodness, is this like Family Feud? The situation of who will take the custody of 12-year-old Ezekiel Robin and his sister 9-year-old Clara. God's sake. Details: Ben Robin and Diaz Robin recently divorced. Hey, court. A custody case was filed by Diaz Robin, the mother of the children, for the custody of their children, Ezekiel and Clara. As a result of the divorce, the mother has a certain amount of alimony that she demands from the father. Is that it? Where's my evidence? Well, that's a nice thing to ask the kids, isn't it? Are you sad that your parents are getting divorced, Ezekiel? No, I'm not, because my parents didn't get along very well and they argued all the time. My sister and I were very uncomfortable, and I couldn't stand the crying of my sister anymore. So do you want to live with your mum or your dad? What is important to me is my sister. I certainly don't want to leave her, but the best thing for her would be to live with my mother. Ah, with a mother, not the father. Who would you prefer? My mother is more important to me. I think with my mother will be better for me and my mother. Of course, with my sister. What about your poor father? To Clara. Are you sad that your parents are divorced? Yes, very much. Even though they fight, I can't live. I love them both very much, and I can't live without even one of them. Do you love your mum more or your father? She's a nice kid. I love them both very much. I never wanted my parents to get divorced. That's why I feel so sad. If you had to choose, who would you choose? Your mother or your father? I don't want to choose one or the other. My only wish right now is that my brother doesn't leave me. He always supports me. Please don't separate my brother and me. God damn it. Is that all I get? I can't because it covers these. It's covering these if I move it up here. That's why I moved it. So Clara's been very PC. She loves both her parents equal amounts. She's not got a favourite. She doesn't want to pick who she wants to live with. Ezekiel. Hey Finley. Ezekiel seems to think that they would both be better off with their mother. The only thing the two kids can agree on is that they don't want to be separated from each other. Also, Court, what did you mean top center? I don't know what you mean. Top center would be like where these lights are. Yeah, they're both gonna have to go with their mum. It's all I can do. It's all I can do. He wants to go with his mum. He thinks she'll be better with the mum, and they don't want to get separated. Goodness gracious. What do you mean, Court? My head's in the way of what? I do not comprehend what you're trying to say to me. What? The reason my camera is like where it is because if I move it up here, it blocks these little things. Oh, it's blocking the text? What text? Was it blocking the text coming up when we were talking? Do you know what? When the girl testified, do you know what? I'll go down here. That's going to be stupid here. What about if I go there? That should work, right? That'll do. But you know what? You can only see them when I hover over them anyway. Yeah, that's just stupid. I'll go here. You don't need to see those symbols anyway. Just all we need to know is if those bars fill up, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Right. I'm ready to make my judgment. It's a shame for there's no option to give them joint custody, so give custody to both children to the mother. Oh dear. Glenn, do you know how stupid that would be to put myself here? Yeah, I'll just go here. How's that? Yeah. We'll be the judges of that. Hush! Or I'll send you off to Azkaban. Look how depressed my wife is, Glenn. Look what you've done to her. She hates when I'm at home. She wishes I was always at work. Geez, that was a tough day. I didn't think I'd have to be dealing with custody battles. You're playing Hogwarts? I completed that game Court on hard mode. I feel very proud of myself. It's the only game I've completed on hard mode. Hey, Twisted MAGA people. Thank you, Twisted. Did I say that right? Twisted MAGA people. Right, so we've got Mr. James Redlow, 51 years old. No criminal record. He's charged of assassination? Okay. In the morning, a person named Amanda Selvia, who was jogging in a forested area near the highway, came across the lifeless body of a person named Francis Crims while jogging. It has been determined that the CCTV camera covering the area where the incident took place, of course it was broke. Of course it was broke. According to the autopsy report, it was understood that he died as a result of prolonged asphyxiation without any signs of impact on his body. Right, so if he had no impact signs on his body, that means he couldn't have been strangled. According to the allegations, the last person the deceased was in contact with was James Redlow. These police are really sloppy, by the way. They just go for anybody. A member of the board of directors of Karen and Wells. Right, here's what Mr. Redlow has to say for himself. That night we left the company together. We went to the bar called Lou's Drop with his vehicle. After staying there for about 1 hour, he dropped me off at my home. I don't know what he did after that or where he went. Francis and I were good friends. While sitting at the bar, I saw him troubled, but no matter how much I insisted, he did not say anything. He just said that there was something wrong in his life these days, and no matter what he did, he couldn't change things. That's all I can say. I'm so sorry for the loss of a close friend. So this is the guy's wife, I guess. Oh my god, look at, hang on, I've read ahead here. That morning, like every day, I headed to the area in the forest that I always prefer to run. While I was taking a break to drink water, I saw a body laying flat behind the bushes. I immediately informed the police. All I remember is that the person laying on the ground was wearing a suit and he had a red rose on him. There is somebody going around killing business people. Remember the guy in the parking garage that was also found with a red rose? Rope found near the body and used to kill Francis Crims. The red rose found on the body. Okay. Let's ask some questions here, shall we? Okay, Mr. Redlow. How long was your friendship with Francis? We have been working in the same company for about 4 years, but we have had a close friendship for the last 2 years. Was there anyone in the company who did not like Francis Crims or had threatened him recently? Not as far as I know. There is no such person. In fact, he was the CEO of our company. Right, that's it. Somebody's going around killing CEOs. He was well liked by every member of our board team. This is Joey Mangione. Did you offer to go to the bar in question with him? Did you often go to the bar in question with him? Yes, we used to go at least twice a week and vent to each other. Joey Mangione. He's out and about killing CEOs. I'm ready to decide. Not guilty! As a result of the decisions you made in the cases, we decided to raise your salary. Yay! This week I will earn $700. And it's all going to go to bills, isn't it? 5. Now my daughter can afford to go. Listen. Just because I've got money now doesn't mean she's going to school. YouTube is still free. I'm going back to the pub to get the rest of my sanity back. I'll take a whiskey, please. $60? I don't think so. These have went up in price. You, madam, daylight robbery, you can go and fuck yourself. Yeah, I'll get the cat a scratching post. I don't know why I can only access the store in jail. Court. How do I buy it? What? How have I? No. Something happened there. How did I go from having $258 to $5? Did I buy like 50 cat scratchers? It would be nice if the game told you when you'd managed to buy something instead of me clicking it 40 times thinking it wasn't working. There, the cat's got a cat scratcher now. Treat the cat, but my daughter's still not getting to go to school. Oh my god, did you see the pure luck there? Right, let's read the case file. So we have Mr. Eldon Duncan here, who's a previous criminal. And we have Mr. Arthur Darrell, who is not a criminal. Right. Malicious wounding and threat. This is what has been accused. So, the incident occurred in the evening at the home of Eldon Duncan. So that's this miserable looking sod. The person named Arthur Darrow who caused the injury fled immediately after the incident. An arrest warrant has been issued for Arthur Darrow as a result of the report of the person named Eldon Duncan. Well, he's here in court. In the search initiated by the police as a result of the tip-off, it was determined that Arthur Darrow was hiding in his sister's house and was captured by the police in the evening and brought to the police station for questioning. So here's a statement from Mr. Duncan. A month ago, I borrowed some money from Arthur Darrow. He kept calling me and telling me that my debt was doubled and increasing day by day. I told him many times that I had not yet received payment from my workplace and that I would pay my debt when I received it. Despite this, he never stopped calling and harassing me, and after a while he started following me home. Hey, Lenora. Okay. Although I reported this situation to the police many times, I did not receive a positive response. As I finally left my workplace and arrived at my house, I saw Arthur Darrow behind me. I noticed that he was holding a knife in his hand. He pointed the knife at me and asked me to be quiet and go to my apartment with him. I couldn't react because I was afraid. Then we went to my apartment. After entering the house, he started rummaging through my house looking for money. When he couldn't find money, he stabbed me in the leg. Then he quickly fled the apartment. Then I took my cell phone and asked for help from the police. Interesting. Yet he's the one with the criminal record. Right. So what does Mr. Daryl have to say for himself? About a month ago, Eldon Duncan called me and told me that he needed some money. Although I was in a difficult situation myself, I gave him the money he asked for and explained the situation to him. He said he would pay me the money as soon as possible. Since he did not respond after a month, I couldn't stand it and called him and told him that he had to pay his debt. He told me that he would pay the debt if I came to his house on the date and time he said. Oh, okay. When I went to his house, he told me that the money was in his apartment and that we should go up to the apartment. When we got home, he asked me to sit down and said he would come back soon. Then he stood in front of me with a knife and started making threats to me. I told him that he had to pay his debts no matter what. Then he swung the knife toward me. At that moment, I made a move to defend myself and the knife was stuck in Eldon's leg. Afterwards, I took the knife and ran to my sister's house because I was afraid. Right. What was in this evidence? So this was a knife. Fingerprint 21272. So his fingerprints are on the knife, right? 21272. Telephone conversation dialogue between Eldon. Oh, we've got the phone conversation now. Right, so let's see if this part of the story is true. Looks like a letter opener. Well, I mean, you could at least puncture a kidney or something. When are you going to give me my money back? Give me some time, please. I will return as soon as possible. I've waited long enough. I can't wait any longer. If you don't pay by tomorrow at the latest, I'm not responsible for what happens. Calm down. I'm saying I'll pay. If you don't pay by tomorrow, I'll kill you. Well, I think that's pretty open and shut, don't you think? So he's not murdered anybody. There's nothing in here for attempted murder. Yes, so it would maybe be physical harm. What was it? Physical assault. So basically he's got malicious wounding. That's 8 years, right? So he's stabbed them. That's 8 years. He also invaded his home. So that's 10 years. This guy is looking at 10 years. This guy, I think he is guilty. I definitely think he's guilty. Especially in the phone call when he says he was going to kill him. If you don't pay tomorrow, I'll kill you. I don't know why I've got this policeman. Why would I bribe him? Right, so I'm ready to pass my judgment. Arthur Darrow, we the court find you guilty. We're sentencing you to 10 years in prison for malicious wounding and a home invasion. Mr. Duncan? You're free to go. Oh, it's okay. It's if both... I get it. I thought if both sets added up to 12, I'd lost. But it's if both dice add up to 12, I've completely failed. Oh, look. Are you telling me, Kitty, I just wasted $50? You're not even going to play on that? No? I can see her getting dumber by the minute. She's not even on YouTube. Dumb as a bag of rocks, that one. Bill pass. Criminals who are not mentally well will be sent for treatment instead of punishment. That old chestnut, eh? Oh, I was insane at the time. I did not know for what I did. Let me just get a refill, 2 seconds. I've got it all here, don't worry, I don't need to go anywhere. I'm prepared. Okie dokie. Right. Cheers, everybody. Look how nice this cup is. It's such a nice metallic colour. And it's insulated. Who keeps typing? Right. Oh god, he's got mental health. Jesus Christ. Hey, Pepe. Right, so we've got Howard's Roast. What a name, Jesus. It's got mental health. Okay. Willful damage to public property. What has Mr. Roast done? Has he set something on fire? Okay. The incident was discovered by citizens using the benches belonging to Trent Tower Municipality, and an investigation was launched following complaints. The CCTV footage was examined in detail and the person involved was identified as Howard's Roast. As a solution, a new bench was placed in front of the Trent Tower Town Hall and they started to wait. What? I don't get that. Mr. Roast sat down on a bench at noon and took a sharp object out of his pocket. He was detained by police officers at the same time. So here's just, I don't get what's happening here. First of all, I didn't know it was a crime to do this. What have you done? The reason I did it is that I unintentionally picked up a bad habit and it turned into an addiction. I can't control it anymore. But as I said, I didn't know it was a crime to do it. Do what? Has he carved something into the bench? For fuck's sake. What does my magic briefcase tell me? He's a compulsive whittler. Uh-huh. So there we go. The bench was damaged, so that's what he was doing. He was scratching the benches, the public benches. We've got to send him away for this because he's got mental health issues. I mean, I personally don't see that as mental health. Thank you, Bunny. Appreciate that. Oh, God. So technically for... What would he have here? Crimes against the state, no, corruption, treason, terrorism, cyber crimes, public prosecution offences, willful damage to public property, so he should technically get 12 months public service. Because it says here he does have mental health problems. Oh, good lord. Okay. What's the point even reading the case file if you see they've got mental health? They just go straight to fucking the loony bin. Okay. What's going on here? Tranks, a music production company, claims that The Wall, a music production company, is using the structure of a track that belongs to them and violating their copyrights. Do you think that is meant to be? That could be Kim and Kanye, actually. Well spotted. So The Wall Music Production Company, right? There is one digital evidence for this case, right? So Trank's music company has released a new track in recent weeks. 3 days after the track was released, the music company The Wall released a track of its own. In response, the music company Trank's argued that its copyrights have been infringed and that it should be paid $10 million in damages, citing the track's infrastructure as evidence. So this is a lawyer for Tranks who's suing The Wall. We spent a lot of time working on the track and we were very happy with what we finally finished it. A few days later we realised that the track released by the music company The Wall used the exact same infrastructure that we use. Our problem here is not that they did this, but they did it without permission. We decided to file a lawsuit for compensation, which we hope to get. We request that the appropriate action be taken. Let's see what The Wall has to say. The track was created with a completely original infrastructure and the long efforts of our sound engineers. This kind of accusation is unacceptable. We don't think there is copyright infringement just because the infrastructure is similar. We are sure that in the tracks we released before them, they also have tracks that are similar to our infrastructure. We do not want to be victimized by the situation and we request that the necessary action be taken. Okay, so both are saying that they're innocent. Right, so here's the one that they're saying is original, right? Right, here's the one they said was copied. It's exactly the same, but it's slower. Yeah, but court, it's the exact same. They've just slowed it down and changed the instrument. I actually prefer this one, actually. I actually prefer this, but this one was released first. Well, yes, if a music company produces a song and releases it, then it becomes their intellectual property. I mean, I much prefer that. I prefer the second one. But they did copy them. I can't even ask them questions. Right, what options do I get here? Oh God. $10 billion is a lot of money. That could bankrupt this little company. It is exactly the same song, beat for beat. All they've done is not even as if they've changed it slightly. All they've done is change the instrument used. And they've made it slower. It is beat for beat. Oh God, I like that one though. So I don't. Oh. Silence in my courtroom. Do you know what? I hate copyright. So do you know what? You're getting away with it today. You're getting away with it. Oh, yes. I'm in the money. Nice. I feel guilty now. I maybe could have gave my daughter money for school now, because I've got like $500. What do you want? Your son says his clothes are getting old. He wants $300. That would be my entire wage. Okay. Do you want to go to school? I can spare you the $80 or whatever it was, $100. Do you want to go to school? No? Oh well. I asked her. I just wonder why I would need to bribe him. Okay. Joel Mueller sues Sissany for damages for the suicide of his daughter. Okay. Exactly, Kevlar, exactly. Being a one-man band, ooh! The only problem with that is you've nobody to help pay the rent and the bills because you're a single Pringle all the time. Right. Joel Mueller alleged that his 15-year-old daughter, Ellie J. Mueller, had played the game Last of Me 2, oh goodness, owned by Sissany. That's obviously, and it's The Last of Us, yeah. And that sometime after playing the game she suffered from depression and subsequently Joel Mueller, who blames Sissany for his daughter's seeks damages in the amount of $10 million for the pain and suffering he has suffered. So it does say that his daughter did have major depression. But was it really the game? In addition, the plaintiff Joel Mueller requests that the game be removed from sale. Reese Burke, one of the company's lawyers, is representing Sissany in the case. We gotta pay bills either way, but leftover play money is either spent on you or them. True. I guess it all evens out in the grand scheme of things, doesn't it? So after playing this game, my daughter shut herself in her room. She never spoke to us. She hardly ate or slept. She was exhibiting behaviours she would never normally do. So we took her to the hospital and she was diagnosed with major depression. About 2 weeks later, her mother came home from work and found her unconscious on her bed, having a box of antidepressants. We took her to the hospital. It was already too late. Oh. So here's what the games company says. Our company never accepts such smear campaigns. Before the release of our game, we stated the legal age limit as 18. Here we see that Mr. Mueller's daughter Emily does not meet this age limit. In this case, the fault lies entirely with the family. Oh my goodness, that is so true. She should never have been playing that game. That is very true. Although unfortunately he has lost his daughter, he looks like a right cunt though, doesn't he? Oh, he's the company guy, isn't he? Yeah, there's Mr. Mueller. They could be brothers actually. Oh dear. I think this lawyer's right. He's totally right. She should not have been playing that game. Although it's a shame that he's lost his daughter. I mean, that's like someone dying through alcohol consumption, and it was the parents that bought the alcohol, and then they try and sue the alcohol company. Or like someone dies in a car crash and they shouldn't have been driving the car, so then the parents sue the car company when it was you that let them in the car to drive it. Yep. As sad as it is, Mr. Mueller, you should not have allowed your daughter to play this game. Yep. Yep, there's my miserable family again. Oh, I never clicked Glenn. With those ones you can. The last couple I couldn't ask questions. Right, off to bed then. Members of the Sicilia cartel were caught smuggling drugs across the border. Okay. Week 4, case 2. Oh my goodness. We're offering you... Oh, he's got mental health. Oh, good lord. He's got mental health as well. It doesn't matter what their crimes are. I've just got to send them away to get help. Eight kilograms of lysergic acid dithalamide, 9 liters of gamma hydroxybutrate, 2 submachine guns. Wow. There's no way these are mentally ill. Right, so what happened? So, drug trafficking, taking part in organised criminal activity. So the pickup truck in which Jeremy Alder and Mike Byrne were travelling was stopped during a police stop. As a result of the searches, a large number of drugs and weapons were seized from the vehicle used by Jeremy Alder and Mike Byrne. As a result of the identity check, the investigation, it was understood that Jeremy Alder and Mike Byrne were members of the Sicilia cartel. I don't deny that we were transporting drugs. It was our duty to get them across the border, but in the course of that duty, the mafia, in collaboration with our cartel, apparently sold us out. If we are going to jail, we will reveal their identities one by one. Okay, so I can either take the $500 and let them go, or I can send them to jail and they'll reveal the members of the cartel. So this is what Mike has to say. It was at least 5 times bigger than our previous deliveries. The risk was as great as the return, but the mafia executives who had made a deal with our cartel told us that they would eliminate the risk, that they were cooperating with the police, and that the shipment would be successful. All they wanted was a necessary share of these shipments, but now I realise they were working behind our backs. So they're charged with drug trafficking and organised criminal activities. Is that all they get? 18 months public service? Organising prostitution activities. Ooh. Taking part in organised criminal activities. So is that what they've done? Plus drugs. Taking part in organised criminal activities and drug trafficking, right. So they should get 24 years each. Plus 10 months. 18 months. So that's 25 years. May as well give them 26. Okay, I'll give you 25 years. $5,000 fine. You as well. Well, I mean, I already know what's in there. If you cooperate and reveal all to cartel members, I will do my best to get you the minimum sentence. Will you cooperate? No, I don't think so. You say the mafia double-crossed you, but do you have proof of their involvement? No, I don't have any evidence to offer at the moment, but soon our cartel will sort it out. If you expose the names of the mafia members who you think double-crossed you in court right after you, you can be sure that I will punish them too. Are we going to help each other with this? We don't trust your judgment or your help. We don't need anyone. Our cartel will sort this out. All criminals with a negative mental health must be sent to treatment without penalty. I don't get this. They should be sent to treatment, yeah, but I'm almost tempted to just take the $500. This is a free $500. It's not going to impact my decision. So I just have to bribe him to let them go? Let's try it. Oh, so that... Oh, hang on a minute. So that's how we get rid of this. Okay, okay. Alright, court. Safe trip, take care. So if I just release them as a not guilty, I'll get $500. What should I do? Should I take the $500 or do I just send them off to mental facility? I mean, mental facility is hardly a punishment for 2 cartel members. I'm probably pretty sure that they're just saying they've got mental health issues. Oh no, they've not got mental health issues. It's only if they've got negative mental health. All criminals with a negative mental health test, theirs is positive. So he's fine, and he's fine. I know, but I don't know if it's because I got the sentencing wrong. So basically they've got taken part in organised crime. They've already got a criminal record, so... Taking part in organised criminal activities. 24 years. Should I just try the 24? Because the last time I did 25. Because they also were drug trafficking. Wait a minute. That's actual traffic offences. What about... Oh, hang on, I got it wrong. Hang on a minute. This is why. We need to add all this up. So they get 24 years plus $750,000. That's 24. Oh my god. So I take it I don't count this. Crimes... I don't count this one. Taking part in organised crime, because that's 24 years. Wait a minute, I need to add all this up. So that's 24, right? 24. Plus 16 is 40. 64 years plus 1.15 million they've got to pay. Because they've got a criminal record already. Criminals with a criminal record should be given aggravated punishment. So there's 40 years just for these two. Plus, let me get a calculator for this. Just to make sure. Calculatrice. 700,000 plus 400,000. 1.1. Oh, plus 50,000. Yeah, I was right. $1.15 million. Yeah, they get it. They get it each. So that's 40 years plus. Organized criminal activities. 64 years plus 1.15 million. I've just got to try it. $64 years. I mean, let's see. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see. Okay. Nice. So that was right. Okay. Right, so we have Mrs. Sophia Bonza. So she's been charged with fraud. Recently, thank you, Glenn. Recently, Dennis Ayansenetic, we'll just call him Mr. Dennis, wanted to have sexual intercourse with Sophia, whom he thought was a prostitute, in exchange for money. In the telephone conversation, Sophia requested a certain amount of money and asked Dennis to deposit it into her account. So Mr. Dennis did not receive any return after depositing the money. Afterwards, he reported the situation to the police and filed a complaint against Sophia. Soon after, Sophia was arrested and detained, so she just pretended to be a lady of the night to get money. So here's Dennis's statement. I broke up with my girlfriend about 2.5 years ago, and during that time I had no sexual intercourse with anyone. This affected me psychologically, and I thought that for my health I could have a relationship with a prostitute I found on an app on the internet. I called the number provided. I was then sent a bank account, and I deposited the $200 mentioned on the phone into the bank account she sent me and sent her the receipt. Then I realized that they had blocked my phone number. I tried to reach them for quite a while, but I couldn't. The amount I paid is not very important, but I can't bear that these people are fooling others. That's why I decided to commence an action. First of all, I'm not a prostitute. I never have been. My phone rang recently. A stranger asked me how much my fee was. At first I didn't understand, but then thinking I was being made fun of, I told him that my hour cost was $200. He asked how he could make the payment. I sent him my bank account, and then I realized that I had $200 in my account. When I realized it was serious misunderstanding, I blocked the number. Whatever, Sophia, you're a liar. Inexplicably, I realized that my phone number was circulating on the internet on sexually explicit sites. Whatever, you're lying. She's a liar. Mother Tucker. So here's the amount, $200. Let's see if... So here's the phone call. Hello? Hi? What is your fee? $200 per hour, $500 per night. Which one do you want? Well, that was straight away. She knew that. An hour, please. How do I make the payment? I will send you a bank account. You can deposit the fee there. Okay, I'll get back to you after the deposit. She's a lying, thieving skank. Fraud. Why does that not come under fraud? Fraud is just 4 years in jail. But then wasn't there one about prostitution as well? Okay, so she wasn't organizing prostitution activity. She's just fraud. That was under theft. Where was it? So she gets 4 years in jail. Miss Sophia, you thought you were clever trying to cheat that man out of his $200. Well, hope you enjoy your 4 years in jail, you evil woman. Oh, nice. My salary's now $900. Welcome. Withdraw the money, please. Thank you. Watch this, the wife is going to want something now, watch. Oh! Nobody wants anything. Let me go and see how much it is for a drink. You know what? I'm going to treat myself, love. Thank you. Hey. He looks dumb as a rock, doesn't he? She looks so pissed off. Yeah. Week 5, case 1. What else can I buy? A decorative horse figure for $500. Just like his dad. Right, so we have Ahmed El Emin. Human trafficking? Wait a minute, why is his records not in the sealed case? Oh, there's digital evidence, okay. So late at night while the police were inspecting at the border of the city of Curious, a person named Ahmed El Emin did not comply with the stop warning and tried to bypass. Police officers pursued the vehicle driven by El Emin, who fled from a police stop. As a result of a long chase, the person who entered a gas station got out of the vehicle and tried to escape on foot. Was caught and detained by the police after a while. A large number of foreign nationals were detected in the vehicle. I am aware that this is dangerous and forbidden for me to do this work, but I was unemployed and penniless for a very long time, so I had to do it. The work and the process was very difficult for me, and I was so nervous that when I saw the police officers, I panicked and tried to run away. It was all to show my family that I could earn some money. I am aware of my guilt, I accept it, and I am very sorry. Okay. Alright. So he definitely was trafficking people. I mean, you might say you were poor and what have you, but you know the lives those people get after they've been trafficked is horrific. Some of them will never be seen again. Mr. Ahmed. Human trafficking, 8 years in jail, I'm afraid. Yep, I'm sorry, Mr. Ahmed. It is unfortunately 8 years in jail for you. Now your family's going to be even worse off. But not as worse as those people you smuggled across the border that are probably being used for God knows what. I've not asked for anything in a while. In the dark of the night, your sleep is interrupted by the sound of knocking on the door. Oh my lord! I knew that was going to happen, but I just had to see what would happen. Because I thought I might have known the guy. Should I just wait quietly or should I phone the police? If I phone the police, that might annoy them even more. I think people are targeting me. Brooklyn Troyes, Lupple Company. Damage lawsuit filed by Brooklyn Troyes against the multinational company that develops and sells Lupple Consumer Electronics. Burnt battery of a Lupple brand phone that belongs to the plaintiff. Recently, a person named Brooklyn Troyes purchased a mobile phone from the dealer of the Lupple company. He claimed that during the period of use his phone was not charged with an adapter other than its own charger. While using the phone, while it was charging, the battery inside it exploded and caused physical damage around the right hand and face of Brooklyn Troyes. Brooklyn Troyes, who reported the situation to the Lupple authorised service, did not receive the response he expected and filed a lawsuit for compensation of $500,000. I know what $500,000 is, you don't have to write it in English as well. So exactly 2 months and 13 days ago, I went to the Lupple dealer near my house to buy a phone. I bought a model I liked and started using the phone. During this time, while using the phone, I never charged it with anything other than the charger that came in the box. While I was charging the phone, its battery suddenly exploded. And in addition to the damage to my hand, parts of the phone also hit my face. Afterwards, I called the Lupple authorised service and explained the situation and expected at least an apology, but it was not what I expected. They told me that this was a user error, hung up the phone on me, so I filed a lawsuit to demand my rights. So here's Mika Bell. We definitely do not hold ourselves responsible for the incident. Our product has been subjected to dozens of tests and our engineers have reported that it is not possible to give such a reaction when charged with the current adapter or a more powerful adapter. We believe this incident occurred as a result of a transaction that the consumer did not report and is an action designed to tarnish our brand. Right, so they're saying he didn't use the right charger. Evidence. The phone conversation between Brooklyn Troyes and the customer advisor of the Lupple authorised service. This is Tiffany. I'm Tiffany. Can I ask for your name so I can help you better? Hey, Mr. Ark. My name is Brooklyn Troyes. The phone I bought from your dealer about 2.5 months ago exploded in my hand. Can you explain how this happens? I'm sorry. Did you say the battery exploded? Yes, even though I only used the adapter and charging cable that came in the box. That's not possible, Mr. Brooklyn. I think it's your fault. It cannot be from us. Is there anything else I can help you with? What do you mean it's not possible? It happened. Am I lying? Unfortunately, I can't help you. Have a nice day. Oh, right. Let's ask them some questions. You are any game? What do you mean, Mr. AK? Lupple Company has stated that you're responsible for the incident. What do you think? I cannot agree with them on this. I explained to them in detail how the incident happened and what I went through. They didn't even take my explanation into consideration. Right, Miss Bell. Brooklyn Troyes stated in his statement that you did not take him into consideration. Do you think this is the case? I play mostly simulator games, Mr. AK. No, Your Honor, we are a reputable company with high customer satisfaction. We just think his statements were true because we put our products through dozens of tests. We stated that such an incident can only be due to customer error. You arrogant bitch. I've made up my mind. You're a big multi-billion-pound Lupple company, which is a rip-off of Apple. What game do you have, Mr. AK? Yeah, he's getting the money. He's getting his compensation. Right, let's go to bed. Oh, Phasmophobia. Yeah, I've got that game. I've only played it once though for like 10 minutes. Okay, what's going on here? So we've got Mr. Brad Cold. He's in a... So he's apparently assassinated somebody. Look. These are the two guys from the... These are the two guys that were in the cartel that I sent to jail. He's killed them while he was inside the jail. So I sent them to jail and they've been killed. Oh my god. I'm positive that was the two cartel guys. Right, let's read it. Victims named Jeremy Alder and Mike Byrne were found dead in their prison rooms. Yep, that was them. See, the cartel's got fingers in every pie. They can get you anywhere. It was determined that the security cameras off the floor when the incident took place were not working at the time. Same as a Mr. Einstein who died in prison a few years ago. Remember that? Him that had the island? The person named Brad Cold, who stayed in the same room with the victims, was brought to the police station to take his statement. I only spent 2 days with them. I didn't have any problems or fights. Like me, they spoke very little. Why would I want to kill them? If I were to do this, I wouldn't be in a cell where there is room, making me a suspect. I have paid and I am paying the penalty for my crimes. I am not guilty in this incident. The reason I'm here is theft. I've never killed anyone in my life. The night they died, I slept before them. Even though I heard a few voices during the night, I thought they were delirious, as usual. Okay. What kind of secret evidence do we have here? Hello? Should that not have worked? Oh, I've done this wrong. Oh my god. Right, so I have to go this way and then... No. Oh, that was a long one. Right. Okay, he's not guilty. He's not guilty. He is not guilty. Oh my god, I'm going to be rich as a result of the decisions you've made in the cases. We've decided to raise your salary to $1,000 a week. Oh my lord, I'm going to be living the high life. Look at how much free cash I've got. $500? What do you think, Glenn? Should I buy her the phone? Should I buy her the phone? I mean, she's not going to school anymore. She needs something to occupy her time. Maybe she can use the phone to get on YouTube and learn some mathematics. Okay, alright, I'll get her the phone. I'll get her the phone. Goodness, the things I do for people. You could at least cheer up, you ungrateful little witch. You know, you're the only one that doesn't ask. Well, actually, you've not asked for anything. I'm quite impressed. The wife has wanted nothing. Okay, so Sally John Morgan sued his tenant, Daisy Taylor, to evict her for not paying her rent on time. Yeah, hopefully, Glenn. Those lupples are prone to, explode. Yeah. And then you get lovely Tiffany on the other end of the helpline, who couldn't be less interested in helping you. Right, so we've got legal action has been taken against Daisy Taylor by Sally J for being 3 months late with her rent. The host, Sally J, says that the tenant is in breach of a tenancy agreement. The host demands that the tenant vacate the property and pay the debts owed by the tenant with interest. Right, so Daisy is the tenant and Sally J is the landlord. Right, there we go. My tenant has not paid me a single penny for 3 months. Even though I warn her many times, she keeps stalling. As if this were not enough, they constantly bring their friends to the house and make noise that disturbs the neighbours. I brought my neighbour who lives downstairs as a witness so that you can believe me on this matter, and we have Mr. Charles Goodman. Whatever Mr. Morgan says is true. It's a bit of a weird statement. Okay. It is true that I have not been able to pay the landlord for a while, but I had to quit my job and I can't afford to pay right now. I told him that it was not an arbitrary situation, and that I would pay him when I received my unemployment benefit. However, he is trying to get me kicked out of the house somehow. It's a complete lie that we make too much noise with my friends. Since my downstairs neighbour is a tenant of Mr. Morgan, he obeys his orders. All I've got is evidences. All I've got is my tenancy agreement here. So she does have a tenancy agreement. I mean, what are my options? I mean, surely we have to side with the landlord, right? I mean, I don't know what happens in these situations. Tenant Daisy Taylor to vacate the house and pay the remaining debt with interest. Oh. You can't just take someone's livelihood and say, okay, you're going to have to let this woman stay in your house that you're paying for until she finds a new one, and you're just going to have to wait for your money. No. Sorry, Daisy, that's not how life works. Bill passed. Immigrants who commit crime will now be deported. How do I know if they're an immigrant? So criminals without citizenship must be deported without penalty, but it does not apply to those. So if you don't have citizenship and you're not guilty, you can still stay. That makes total sense, even though you're an illegal immigrant. Right. Participating in street racing, violation of traffic safety and rules. So, Mr. Connor McLean. Recently, traffic police came across a street race while on patrol and followed suspicious vehicles. After a long chase, the person named Connor McLean had an accident with the vehicle he was driving. After this accident, he was taken to hospital by the traffic police, and after his treatment, he was arrested and detained. Except for Connor McLean, no driver was caught by the police. First of all, I am not a street racer. I have no connection with other vehicles. I was just passing by in my sports car. All I did was increase my speed to get away from other vehicles as soon as possible. My only crime is that I was speeding. It has nothing to do with racing. Evidences speed measurement of the vehicle used by the person. So he was going 224 kilometers an hour. Jesus Christ. The license plate belonging to the vehicle. Okay, what is his license number? How do I find out his license number? Right. Mr. McLean, you stated in your statement that you're not a street racer. Why did you run away when police officers tried to stop you? Your Honor, I thought the police stopped me because I was speeding. I ran away to avoid a traffic ticket. Well, that's not nice. You have been street racing in the past and got caught. Do you have an explanation about this? Your Honor, this time it's pure coincidence. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's all. Sure you were. And why was your license plate inside the trunk of the car? Because I took my license plate off to get my car painted and I forgot to put it back on. You think I was born up a tree yesterday, Mr. McLean? You think I just fell out a cherry blossom? You think I'm zipped up the back? Right, so participating in street racing and violation of traffic safety rules. So let's see what that gets Traffic crimes. Does he have a record already? Yes, so he gets aggravated. Oh, Mr. McLean. So there's 2 years, $15,000. And he's got violation for traffic and safety rules, right? Yep, so he's got 2 there. So that's 4 years total plus $37,500 fine. 4 years and $37,000. Four years in jail. $37,500. That'll teach you, Mr. McLean, to treat me like I was born yesterday. Right. At least that guy hasn't been back at the door. Okay, so we have Mr. Adrian Bowen. And he doesn't have a criminal record. He doesn't... He's not got his national... He's not a citizen. And he's all right upstairs. Right, so extortion. Helen Lono's mobile phone was stolen while she was walking on 23 Victorina Street. CCTV footage of the place called Coffee Vic, located where the incident took place, was examined. In line with the investigations, it has been concluded that the person in the images is named Adrian Bowen. Adrian Bowen was detained by police for questioning while he was going to market where he worked. So this is what Helen says about the incident. I was walking on 23 Victorina Street where I walk on certain days of the week, but that day I decided to walk in the opposite direction to the direction I normally walk. While everything was going well, someone suddenly took the phone from my hand. I couldn't even react because of the surprise and fear I felt at that time. After I put myself together, I asked for help from those around me. Right, so this is what Mr. Bowen has to say. In the evening, I close the daily gross market where I work and I walk in the opposite direction of my house. My wife and I were constantly arguing due to financial concerns, and my children did not have much peace of mind. Because of these events, I was very confused and had difficulty thinking clearly. Suddenly, I saw the woman walking in front of me and noticed that she was carrying a phone in her hand. The phone looked very luxurious and expensive. Oh, Mr. Bowen, I was on your side until this. Because of the difficulties I was experiencing, this phone seemed like a very attractive opportunity to me. I thought that if I could sell it, I could at least alleviate financial concerns a little. Without any plan, I reflexively grabbed the phone from the woman's hand and started running. Okay, Glenn, thanks for stopping by. Say hi to your wife for me. Hopefully she gets out tomorrow. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Okay, So he did just blatantly steal the phone. He's just blatantly stole the phone. There's no evidences. Can I see the CCTV? Okay, he did take it. So he just gets deported, unfortunately. Yeah, because he's not a citizen, is he? National status? No. They must just be deported. Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Bowen. Unfortunately, my hands are tied. Oh, look at all the money I'm making now. Jesus, we're gonna be wearing the money. Okay. $700. All to myself. That's me made back the money I paid for that damn smartphone that she never uses. Okay, so people are liking what I've been doing. Support the decision. Congratulations, support the decision. Yeah, everybody's on board with me. Oh god, now she wants something. Your wife wants a car. A weekly payment of $1,000 would be a total of 15 weeks of payments. Once accepted, the first installment is paid right away. What? No, she's not getting a new car. So they're saying for the next 15 weeks I've got to pay $1,000 a week. That would leave me with $45 right now. I don't even have $1,000 a week spare. No, fuck her. No. Now I'll go to the pub and get my sanity back. Okay, $120 for a whiskey? Jesus Christ. Did you pour it out the barrel yourself? Okay, that's better than nothing. The Sicilia cartel carried out a bomb attack on the Parliament building. 19 civilians lost their lives and 2 members of Parliament were injured. The leader of the cartel was caught. Oh. After the attack, law of execution was accepted. Those who are on trial for terrorism and other severe crimes will be executed. Oh Lord. So we've got the death penalty now. Those convicted of terrorism, high treason, rape and child abuse should be executed. Okay, we've got Juan Carlos, 54 years old. He's accused of terrorism and taking part in organised criminal activities. Recently, 19 civilians lost their lives and 2 MPs were seriously injured in a bomb attack on Parliament. During this attack, 4 people thought to be members of the Sicilia cartel blew themselves up. As a result of extensive searches, 10 people thought to be members of the Sicilia cartel were caught. A few of the cartel members became confessors in the cases in which they were tried. they disclosed the identity of Juan Carlos, the manager of the cartel and the planner of the bomb attack. As a result of the operations, the person named Juan Carlos was caught in a forest house outside of the city. So now he's saying those responsible for the events are the corrupted state and their collaborators, the mafia. They're the ones who force us to do this. Jeremy and Mike, may they rest in peace now. What evidences do I have? There's no digital evidence. Do you regret having caused such a damaging event to our country? No. I'm just sorry that I couldn't give all the statesmen what they deserved. If you give solid information about the mafia you mentioned in your statement, we could take care of them after you. Will you cooperate? No, I do not think so. But you should know that it is obvious that the high-ranking statesmen are corrupt. I don't disbelieve that fact, Juan. You just didn't have to blow up 19 innocent civilians to prove your point. Blow up the corrupt people, not the innocent ones. Right, terrorism and taking part in organized criminal activities. Terrorism. So it says aggravated sentence is execution for terrorism. So he has got a record, yes. So it just says everybody that's convicted of terrorism should be executed, not just people that have got a criminal record. Everybody. Well, I'm sorry, Juan. It looks like you're off to meet your maker. Yeah. Week 7, Case 2. What can I buy? Oh, I've got emails here, okay. To Judge Justice Vaughn, tenant Daisy Taylor to vacate the house and pay the remaining debt with interest. It was really good for me that you got me kicked out of the house when I was going through such a difficult situation. Can you tell me how to get by on the streets as a girl? I hope you have a daughter and she falls into the same situation. If you have a daughter and you still had me thrown out of the house, I would like to say that I am very sorry for your daughter. Excuse me, my daughter just got a brand new phone. Shut your face. So this was from Brooklyn Troyes. That was the guy who got the phone blown up by Lupple. It was time to remind such big companies about the existence of consumer rights. You are a folk hero. Thank you, Mr. Troyes. That's the kind of emails I want. Not from Daisy, who thinks she can sit around in someone else's house while they cover the rent until she's good enough to go and get herself another job. Sure, what, I'm going to buy a plant. There we go. Right, what have we got here? Filing a compensation lawsuit against Robin Hudston, who caused Henry William to have a traffic accident. There is one digital evidence for the case. So Henry William was allegedly pushed into the barriers by Robin Hudson while he was riding his motorcycle in traffic, causing him to have an accident. After the accident, Henry William remained in a coma for 42 days. Henry William demands $250,000 from Robin Hudson as material and moral compensation for the pain he has experienced. Here's what Henry says. I was driving my motorcycle in traffic. I wanted to overtake the vehicle in front of me. She started to approach me while I was overtaking her. I got stuck in the barrier and suddenly lost the balance of my motorcycle, and I rolled over. The only thing that I remember afterwards was that I was in great pain. I think she did this on purpose, because she didn't even stop to help after she caused this. I don't know why he turned German. Okay, what does Robin have to say? I was driving in my own lane in traffic. I was very stressed because I found out that my mother was hospitalized and was trying to get to the hospital as soon as possible. My mother has cancer and her condition is serious. I didn't notice what was happening during the accident. The motorcycle must have been in my blind spot. I later learned that I was being taken to court. If I had noticed the accident, I would have definitely stopped and helped. I did not violate any traffic rules. Oh, shut up, Robin. Just because you're stressed doesn't mean you get to blindly ignore all the rules of the road, okay? Mr. William, you realize you were violating the lane of the car in front of you, right? Your Honor, I even honked my horn before she overtook. There's no way she didn't see me. What upsets me is that she could have killed me, but she chose to flee at the time of the incident. Mrs. Hudson, it is highly unlikely that you did not notice the motorcyclist in your left rearview mirror at the time of the incident. Didn't you at least hear a sound? Your Honor, at the moment I was totally thinking about my mother. I was in the left lane, so I didn't need to look in the left mirror, and I didn't hear the sounds because the windows were closed. Well, you still hit someone regardless, lady. Have to pay the damages. Oh, there's my plan. That cost me $250. Okay, so I've got Nathan Lake here. He's 57 years old. Involuntary manslaughter. Oh dear. So we're just going to say Ty Jr., the person named, took his baby, who was having difficulty breathing, to the hospital. After the MRI, it was seen that there was a metal object in the baby's stomach. Nathan Lake, the baby's doctor, said that the object should be removed surgically. The surgery was then performed with the family's approval, and Mr. Lake stated to the family that the surgery went well. The baby experienced breathing difficulties sometime after he was discharged and, oh God, died less than 24 hours later. As a result of the autopsy, a gauze that was forgotten during the surgery was found in the baby's stomach. Oh my goodness, that's criminal negligence. The autopsy report confirmed that the baby died as a result of forgotten gauze. Thereupon, the baby's father, Ty Jr., filed a complaint against Dr. Nathan Lake. I don't blame you. We realised that our baby was having difficulty breathing and we went to the hospital. Nathan Lake, who was a doctor there, told us that the MRI was needed. After the MRI results, the doctor said that our baby had a metal object in the stomach and needed to be operated on immediately. Why did the baby have a metal object in the stomach? I mean, I guess babies are babies. After the surgery, he said that it was very successful surgery. When we came home shortly after our baby was discharged, we realised that our baby could not breathe again. We tried to take him to the hospital again, but it was too late when we got there. I asked for an autopsy report because I was curious about the cause of death. I learned that the cause of death was a gauze left in our baby's stomach during the surgery, and I filed a complaint. So here's Dr. Nathan. First of all, I accept my mistake and I'm very sorry that this incident happened. When I learned that the baby died as a result of my carelessness, I could not come to my senses for a long time. I don't care about the punishments I will receive. My only wish is for his family to forgive me. I am distraught. Oh, okay. There's the gauze. Poor baby. Right, so involuntary manslaughter. He's all there. He's got his national status. He's not got any mental issues. So we are just looking for involuntary manslaughter. 4 years in jail, I'm afraid. 4 years in jail, Mr. Lake. More money for me. Oh, oh, here she goes again. Right, I'll tell you what, you can get the new household things because it also benefits me, okay? But you getting $1,000 a week for a car, you can get lost. My daughter still's got a face like Fizz. I've got David Crane here. I knew he was going to have mental issues just by looking at him. I mean, one eye's going to the shop, the other eye's coming back with a change. Okay, so he's got armed robbery. It doesn't... I don't know why it gives you this whole case, because the fact that he's got mental health issues is he just gets sent for help. But I'll read it anyway. So recently a person named David Crane entered the pharmacy where Mary Evan worked, pointed a gun at her and demanded the money in the safe. Mary Evan gave the money in the safe to David Crane and then informed the police. Not long after David Crane was caught and taken into custody at the house of his brother, Victor Crane, this is his statement. He quickly came to the pharmacy and headed to the counter even though the weather was hot. I noticed that he was wearing a thick coat. When he came to the counter, he immediately pulled out a gun and said to me, "If you love your life, give me the money." See, that's not somebody who's got mental health issues. This is premeditated. He took the money I gave him, hit the shelves, and ran away immediately. After the incident, I notified the police and asked for help. David Crane says, "I didn't do anything. Why are you arresting me?" He apologizes for what he did, but didn't you understand that we need it? Okay, he is nuts. Everything he told me to do... So he's like he's speaking different people here. So everything he told me to do was for our good. We can't lose him. He needs the money, and those after him will never stop. I need to see my brother. I need to make sure my brother is okay. I haven't been sure about this for a long time. I haven't been able to be with you for a long time. My brother is mentally unstable. I woke up in the hospital the day they beat me because I owed some money. When I woke up, David was with me. Even though I was sure that I had not informed anyone, I asked how he knew. He told me to come here, he said to me. 2 days later, he brought me some money to pay off my debt, but he didn't say where he got it. I didn't think he was crazy enough to commit robbery. Please do not punish David. I don't get this. Oh, do I need to make all these eyes? Silence in court. Okay, so I think he is mentally unstable. Yeah. We'll send him for some treatment. He might be a lunatic, but he robbed the place to help his brother, so there's some good in him. Hopefully he gets the help that he needs. Okay. Right, what's going on with this lot? Tommy Cooper non-compliance with the contract with J.J. Richardson, owner of the Holly Paper Publishing House. Right, so what's happened? So Mr. Cooper has made an agreement with the publishing house called Holy Paper to publish his book The Helplessness of Words, which he released 2 months ago. According to the agreement, he declared that he would pay $250,000 to J.J. Richardson if the book did not reach 10,000 sales within 2 months. As of now, the book has sold 10,276 copies, but it has been proven by the publishing house that the book has received more than 300 copies on behalf of his sister Ashley Cooper. So she bought 300 of them so he didn't have to pay the $10,000. In this case, J.J. Richardson demands Tommy Cooper to pay his debt. Ashley Cooper, Tommy Scoopy's sister, is a witness in the case. Oh my lord. So she definitely bought 300 of the books. Let's hear what they've got to say. Mr. Richardson ultimately sold 10,000 books. You didn't state in the contract that Ashley Cooper shouldn't buy the book, did you? We didn't specify, Your Honour, but this is pure fraud. If he had not made his sister buy the book 300 times, it would not have exceeded the stated sales figures. Oh, yeah. The judge is kind of... Mrs. Cooper, did your brother tell you to buy the book? Your Honour, my brother just informed me that his book is out. I wanted to buy the book in large quantities to support him and give it as a gift to the people around me. This is a hard one because the contract doesn't say that she wasn't allowed to buy them, but at the same time it's kind of like Twitch streamers who view bot to inflate their numbers. I thought he was only to pay 10,000. He's to pay $250,000. You know what? He broke the contract. He was arrogant enough to think his books would sell that much. They never. You can pay the money. Okay, well, this is where I'm going to call this game quits, guys. This game is really bloody interesting. I'm really enjoying this so far. It's a lot of reading. Thankfully, I had a couple of ciders here to whet my palate, because it is a lot of yapping for sure. But I'm really enjoying this, so I'll be back tomorrow to continue my court-scapades. I don't know how many cases are actually in this and how much I'll get out of it tomorrow, but may as well finish it, you know. It's really interesting. I am enjoying it. At least these aren't going up very much. I think these only go up when you do the wrong things. So if I'm a corrupt judge, the possibility of being arrested myself, that's what that is. Also, if I'm also going against the cartels and the mafia a lot, I think this goes up. So there is quite a nominal possibility there that I might get assassinated if this keeps to rise. Yeah, the family does suck. Do you know what? They're not getting anything else off me. If I have to spend every single dime on whiskey and wine to get my sanity back, I will. They're all ungrateful little shits. A $700 phone. He got $300 for a whole new wardrobe. And she got $1,000 for a fridge and a washing machine. And 2 weeks before that, she was asking me for $1,000 a week to buy herself a bloody car. What am I getting? A cat scratcher and a bloody houseplant. I'm the one doing all the work. Anyway, thanks to everybody who popped in and kept me company. Those ungrateful souls and souls, they're not getting anything else. That's it. I'm putting my foot down. Me and the cat can get all the money. Anyway, take care of yourself, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. This is Justice Vaughn signing out for the night. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.
Say it louder, say it louder. Feel the moment, feel the power. Bring the animal back to life. Bring the energy one more time. If you feel like letting go, you can take control. You can turn this all to something beautiful where you feel life gets you down, 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 gets you down, down, down. Say it louder, say it louder. Feel the moment, feel the power. Bring the animal back to life. Bring the energy one more time. Bring the energy one more time. Bring the energy one more time. Say it louder, say it louder. You're the question, you're the answer. Bring the animal back to life. Bring the energy one more time. If you feel like letting go, you can take control. You can turn this all to something beautiful where you feel life gets you down, 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 gets you